With 3 downhill World Championships and 2 World Cup Series to his name, Sam Hill is certainly a legend of the sport. Recently we've seen more of him at the Enduro World Series, and it's certainly been going well with 2 second places so far this year. So we've come along to his pits here to have a chat ahead of this weekend's race here in Valberg. So Sam, if we look back about 10 years now, it was kind of that sort of like 2006, 2007. You were like hit the World Cup by storm then. What was it kind of like in those sort of years for you?
It was good. I guess they've probably been my best and my easiest years racing downhill, and yeah, spent a few years chasing some wins, and 2006 and 7 kind of everything fell into place, and almost, I don't know, I was winning and it kind of seemed easy back then.
And then that kind of like got hit by a few injuries, didn't it? You've had, over the last few years, you've sort of been hampered by them, and what's sort of been happening, and how have you been having to cope with that? Yeah,
I guess I was pretty lucky for a lot of years, and I think 2010 was kind of when the injury started. In the off-season, done my ACL, had a couple other shoulders and knees since then. So,
well, how's your feelings about the whole downhill scene at the moment? How are you feeling towards it?
I love downhill. I think it's an amazing sport. Kind of feel like I'm in a bit of a stagnant patch with it. And this year the speed hasn't been there on the downhill bike, and it's been a bit of a struggle for me. Yeah. And it's definitely been frustrating. They seem to get a bit easier every year, and it's the same track, so you go there and there's your lines that you've taken the last 10 years in a row. And yeah. I don't know, I guess doing a few of the Enduros this year, it's been a lot of fun, and yeah, my passion for Enduro at the moment's a bit higher than downhill, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is it that's brought on this sort of new sort of invigoration for Enduro?
Love riding my bike, that's why I started, and we go to these cool places, and a lot of the tracks are brand new and kind of fresh and natural, and that's what I like to ride. So
it's always looked like that, watching you ride and race, that you like that challenge of figuring out a track and working with it as it develops and everything. Is that something that you're taking loads from with Enduro?
Yeah, I think so. It's every Enduro I've done so far, the most runs I've had on one stage has been 2 prior to the race, and it seems like you come to the race and it's a whole nother beast. It's started as a fresh cut track, and when you're racing it's blown out, rough, rugged. Every round I've been to has kind of taught me something different. Yeah. Whistler kind of had a mix of bike park and some shorter natural stuff. Well, the longest stage I've done was top of the world there, which is pretty crazy on the bike.
Bit of a mammoth one, that, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I guess parts of the Thuile stages were what some of the old downhill World Cup stuff used to be like, steep and natural and raw and technical. And then I guess Ireland was almost like mini little downhills, which was, it's a pretty cool place there. So. You've
come in and like 2 second places this year, so you're on par with them already, but is there stuff that you see from the guys that are a bit more experienced at Enduro that you're sort of picking up on the way?
Yeah, I guess so. It's, last year when Jerome was in Australia, I was kind of picking his brain a bit for what those guys do, and asked Jared a few questions, and I guess it's a different approach, and there's still lots to be learnt, I think.
And moving forward into next year, are we going to see you do a full season of the Enduro World Series?
I think this stage my focus will be on the Enduros next year, and still race some downhill, and new challenge and new focus, new motivation, and a few races this year and a full off-season training specifically for Enduro, so we'll see what we can do.
How motivated are you for this series? I mean, you mentioned Jared and Jerome, you've been picking up, like speaking to them and stuff, and obviously 2 world champions there. You've been world champion in downhill. Is this like big goal for you now? Yeah,
I think so. It's going to be tough to beat Richie, I think. He seems to be on another level than everyone else, but
you seem to be getting close to him though, mate.
I've beat him on a couple of stages, but it's only been a small margin, so I'm the type of person that wants to win, so I guess even though it's a different discipline, I'd love to be able to try and win some of these things and maybe one day be an Enduro World Champion.